Larry, you're a great friend of mine, and you got a great ministry, I've heard, and it's Men Sharpening Men. But what? Tell me what that is briefly. Give me kind of the vision of that.
Man, I am so glad you asked, Steve. Men Sharpening Men is designed to equip men and then mobilize men to engage their faith, to become more effective husbands, strategic dads, and for them to realize that they're ambassadors in their sphere of influence. And what I mean by engaging their faith is that we want to equip a man so that he can know Christ deeply. He can reflect Christ authentically, and then he can reproduce Christ with intentionality.
Are you just trying to raise up like full-time Christian workers, or is this for laymen, businessmen type thing?
Great question. I am so glad you asked that question. It is for any man who desires to be a real man that we call walking with a real God in a real world that has their own family. In fact, their first small group is their family. We want them to start there, to equip and engage with their wife and their children, and we want to make sure that they are producing even disciples at home first. And then as they go out, they are reflecting Christ authentically to their work associates and to people they coach baseball with or football with.
Wow.
But we design them, or we desire for them to do the Great Commission. They have to go out and be men who are reliable men who are teaching others also.
So you're trying to help them in their personal life, their spiritual life, their role as a husband and a father, but also how they can start to make their life count for Christ.
Absolutely.
And is this something new for you? Have you been doing this for a while? Tell me about that, a little bit about your background.
Actually, I started doing this back in 2007. So in 2007, we launched into this ministry called Men Sharpening Men. So I've been doing it for about 2 years now, very intentionally. Prior to that, though, I was working as an orthopedic trauma salesperson. I was working in marketing. So I got a great flavor of what a layman goes through from day to day on how he needs to blend and engage his faith out in the work community, which gives me a lot of credibility now that when I'm working with a businessman, I can look over the table and look at him and say, I understand exactly how you feel.
Well, that's great, Larry. Bro, you've impacted my life and many, many other men's lives, and we're grateful to you. Thank you for letting me interview you.
Thanks.